My name is Remy Martin. I work at eXmoor as a commercial manager. eXmoor are a CDMO backed by 20 years of experience in the cell and gene therapy space. We provide consultancy solutions, development and manufacturing solutions to companies that develop cell and gene therapies that typically have really difficult and hard to manufacture processes. In 2025, the CDMO landscape is really competitive. It's changed a lot over the past 4 or 5 years since COVID. I mean, particularly in the viral vector space, there's been a huge increase in capacity globally over the past 5 years, which has meant there's been a bit of an oversupply of capacity. Exmoor can offer manufacturing for cell therapies and viral vector gene therapies, so it gives us some diversification. We're seeing a strong demand in the cell therapy space, particularly around autologous cell therapy, where there's a requirement for the manufacturing to be done closer to the point of care. There's a push towards decentralized manufacturing, but this is logistically quite challenging. So it's helpful to have a manufacturing center close to where you're going to administer it. But at some point in the future, that's going to need to be linked up when these therapies are going to be delivered commercially and at scale. When you're looking for a development partner, I can start with how Exmoor work, and what's worked with us is we're really looking for true collaboration. So because we're backed by our consultancy expertise, we tend to engage with companies very early on in their life cycle, help them understand how they get to the point of manufacturing their treatment for first in human, and help them develop a process which works for commercial manufacture in the long term. And then that moves into the manufacturing phase. So we offer true collaboration. We invite our clients to work with us. We engage with them on data analysis, data review, process design, and right through to training and having them kind of on site with us whilst we're doing the manufacturing. Because for many of our clients, their process is absolutely critical. And they want to know that their process is being run correctly and by operators that are trained and by operators that they trust. And in working with us in that collaborative manner, they're able to achieve that. And I think that builds long-term trust and success for both parties. Generally, I think there's going to be there is really already ongoing discussions around the stabilization of the market when it comes to manufacturing. I think, everyone that I speak to is taking the view that this is the new normal. What's happened in 2024 and 2025 with regards to investment is really going to become the new normal. So we're going to see, continuing large consolidated rounds of investment. We'll see less smaller investment rounds, which can potentially impact some of the smaller, more agile developers. So I'd love to see that change, and how early stage companies are able to access and unlock funds from investors. Because what we're noticing is lots of them are staying incubated within universities for much longer, generating more data before they break cover and spin out. So I think understanding what the pathway is for innovative small cell and gene therapy developers to kind of get to their first in-man studies without having to, raise £100 million as part of one of these mega raises, I think is going to be a real discussion amongst the industry and the investors as well.